All right. All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys later. So my name is Neil Hudson. I work for the Enterprise Jenkins company, which is CloudBees. Again, my last name is Hudson, so for those of you out there that don't know, Jenkins started as Hudson, so that is the reason I got hired, and that's the reason I'm here to talk to you today. If there's anybody out there with the last name Jenkins, feel free to apply. You could probably have my job. We're looking to upgrade. All right, so I do have a few slides. I promise I'm not going to bore you to death. I only have 5 minutes. I don't have any egg videos or anything, but I kind of wish I did now. Feel free to throw an egg at me if you want. So Jenkins, right? It's the #1 CI tool out there in terms of active installations for continuous integration, continuous delivery. It's certainly open source, right? We are the open source enablers. So we take that core Jenkins, we add some plugins to it that we call CloudBees, really to help companies scale and get security and get RBAC going and all that cool stuff. But this is kind of the, I like this chart because every time I show it, people kind of get excited and they're like, oh wow, look at all this, these stack options. And so my favorite part is when I'm talking to prospects and they ask about what CloudBees does and they say, well, I've got this obscure stack component over here. Do you guys integrate with that? And I'm like, yes, we do. And I'm over there Googling, Jenkins, XXX, whatever it might be. And up pops this nice plugin that you can just implant right into the tool. So we take your code, right, from commit stage all the way through to deploy. And so we have a lot of different integrations there. These are all open source. So many of you that are using Jenkins today or Hudson previously are able to, plug those in. And the tool does magic from there. So the big story, earlier this year, we released several plugins to do with Docker. Cool part about that is that, I always ask people, okay, so who's using Docker out there? And for real, how many people are using Docker? Okay, so a few of you. How many people are, it's part of your policy to kick the tires with Docker? I'm sure a lot more hands go up, right? Yeah. So we actually have the Docker plugins. They're all open source. They enable you to do things such as running Jenkins in a Docker container, as well as help you take your applications, binaries, all that cool stuff, and package them into an actual Docker, Docker file, and then push that out to Docker Hub or to your own repository. So all that part is integrated into the product. You can just simply go out there and grab those open source plugins, and away you go. And then last but not least, a little plug in terms of what CloudBees is doing with the product. On the left there, you'll see our workflow, the visualization, which is called Stage View. That allows you to take your jobs which are running out there and visualize what's happening. So you can quickly see those red blobs up there. That's a build that failed, right? So you can click on that blob and get to the console output, see what was wrong, go in there and try and root around, figure out what's going on. And then on the right, we have a little bit of an analytics piece that's based on the Elk stack. So we have an Elastic search server that's encapsulated in there. And it's displaying results from your team. So you can do cool things like sift data from different parts of your team, your environment, find out what's building properly, what's not. So thank you very much, everybody. Feel free to stop by our booth, or you can email me and Hudson at CloudBees. Thanks.